Welcome, students, to the University of Trials. I'm going to start this as if I hadn't just gone live for 1 minute, realized my notifications weren't working, and had to restart. Hello to people who've just joined us. Twinfire, Quidgy, Cripple, and any lovely other people that are here. I should say to Habnad, welcome to the University of Trials. You thought I missed you. I didn't. Frank, CD James, what's going on? CD James, keep your bits in your pocket. Keep your bits in your pocket. I appreciate them. Dude, too much. Too much. So I gave Twinfire the choice of what I can warm up with, because I haven't played Trials for a bit. Creation. It's been a while. Yeah, man. Good to have you. And Greek Panther, it's been a long time. I was at Greek Panther's house what was it, 3 hours ago? Yeah, maybe. Creation, what are you studying? Come on, someone give me a track. Give me something to warm up with. While I finish drinking my warm drink. Good, James. Sensible. Tell her I agree. No hojo pumpiness. Welcome. Have you found DLC squirrels? No, I haven't, but you know what? Klondike is a much better idea. I can do squirrels tonight. Oh, hang on. I'm looking for extreme. Where's Klondike's up here, right? Alright, creation, I'll get there in a second. But yeah, so Twinfire, maybe remind me and I'll go squirrel hunting. I don't think I've looked, to be honest. I've been really slack with Trials, but I've also really been enjoying just doing other things as well. That's the Gold Coast one. Yeah. Nah, the one track in the ocean. Nah, I thought you meant the extreme one. Isn't there one? Yeah. Klondike Rock of Rages, really? I guess just that it's a long extreme. Yeah, I guess I can see it. Okay, maybe. Is this going to be one of these nights where nothing works? Because this feels like it's taking a long time. How's everybody's Friday? I'm just filling in time now. I went through a phase like this where, because with the Xbox, it stays in like standby mode, but it's like it keeps the game running, but then like the Ubisoft server connection and like authentication times out. So even though it looks like you're in the game, as soon as you try and load the game, there's like some back-end process. I'm trying to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. I'm just completely guessing. And this is the cool thing about sounding confident. You can actually answer a lot of questions, and people don't question you, even when you have no idea what you're talking about. Aruga, I'm well. Julie, good to have you back. No, Cripple, I haven't played it, but if you created it, I probably don't want to. Keep saying words, Bunny? Absolutely. Oh, I love this. Just... You ever wanted to start a stream and your notifications don't work and then the game doesn't load tracks? And, I mean, I can just change this to just chatting and we can just look at this picture. I mean, it's nice. Easy climb. Easy ninja. Alright, so I'm starting the game again too. I'm not restarting. Just restart the game. So while this is happening, I'm going to tell you... Oh, hey, stream quality is right up. This is a peak shady stream. So I've been playing Borderlands 3. Loving it. It is fun. I need to spend more time on it. I have a 3-day weekend. I will be spending more time on it. And I just got from my lovely friends at Ubisoft Australia, Ghost Recon 3. No, 3. Too much Borderlands. New Ghost Recon, was it Breakpoint? Yeah, Breakpoint. Sit behind me. I just loaded it, installed it, haven't played it. Wildlands, fun as hell. I played that with about 4 mates for ages. We just kept playing it. So, yeah, looking forward to checking it out. Alright, we're almost ready to start the stream that I actually feel like I started about 10 minutes ago. But thank you to all the lovely people for checking out the stream. And here's another funny story. My stream from last week didn't make it to YouTube yet. It's actually on YouTube, but it's been over a week. I haven't bothered to create a thumbnail and write a very basic description, and because of that, it's still sitting there sort of hidden. And I still have the Alan stream, which is actually a really good one, that I need to edit. And because I haven't edited it, it has, which is exactly what I said. I said if he swears, I'm going to have to edit the video, and if I have to edit the video, it will probably take me months to do it. Bam, good to have you. So as a result, that Alan stream, I might try and do it over the weekend. We'll see what happens. But the Alan stream's gone nowhere. And yeah. Quidgy, what are you wearing? What did you do to yourself? Alright, so this is my very rough warm-up stream. I don't even remember this track. This is almost criminal negligence on my part. Guten Tag. Twin Fire, that is kind of the joke. I plan on adding, well, my thought process even before he arrived was that have you ever seen those, like, people will do like the news, but they'll just bleep, like almost like unnecessarily, but then when you do it right, it makes it sound like the newscaster is like really being offensive. So I was actually going to beep more than was necessary, just for the laughs. I need this. I don't even know if the extreme tutorials are going to happen tonight the way I'm writing. It's been a minute. So squirrels might be a far better challenge. I'm not going to make... Oh, yeah, same. Yeah. Funny, you're right. Really? How I made that sort of work? Oops. Little over eager. Damn it. Oh yeah, I was gonna make it come back myself. One man bandit. Too much. I'm way rustier than I realized. That's what happens when you don't actually spend that much time playing this. So who wants to guess why I'm spending no time? Who wants to guess why I haven't played much Trials recently? Hang on, things are happening. Things are happening in chat. I need... Oh, I had that. Borderlands is one, James. Thanks for listening. Bye, boy. Yeah, sorry about times that big worm nailed it. The Good Place, no. And if you could put any spoilers in, I haven't seen. There's a whole new season, isn't there? Or at least new episodes. I haven't seen them yet. Julie's half right. Nah, skateboarding's part of it. Work's part of it. Borderlands is part of it. Just a bunch of stuff, man. And you know what? I'm not even going to apologize. Yeah. It's funny. I'm going to share a little bit. One of the things I always loved about Trials is and I think everybody when they start out, like it's really painful and the struggle's real and it's super frustrating, but that sense of accomplishment and progress and improving yourself and all those things are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And you live for them and you chase them, and we still chase them now. I'm still trying to get personal best and stuff. And it's just funny how much of that skateboarding can give you. It's actually incredible how similar. And maybe it's just I've spent so much time with trials, like that all I can see, like everything is trials now. But it's mentally the same thing. And yeah, the more I think about like my involvement and working on this game, and like I said, I put 2 years into this game, right? I spent every spare second of my time, designing and building and, emailing and arguing and writing scripts and doing voiceovers and editing videos and just so much stuff. And it's kind of like, yeah, I'm enjoying having that little bit of space, because that was all of my, you gotta understand, like I work a full-time job. Someone sent me a message this week and they're like, oh man, I wish I could get a job like yours. I'm like, dude, I work in insurance, right? I don't have a job like what it looks like I have. I have a career and I have a video gaming hobby. And after basically working 2 jobs for 2 years, it's actually been really nice lately to just really enjoy, pursuing other things. Skateboarding's fantastic because I feel like I'm back at the bottom of the pile again. It's kind of like with trials, and especially after doing tutorials and actually getting the tutorials in the game. Like, yeah, I'm kind of like I've climbed my Everest here. So I think I was just looking for a new challenge as well. Like, I don't think there's much more I can do in the trials space as far as like setting myself goals and stuff. I've exceeded all expectations. So I'm like, no, I just feel like a different challenge. So yeah, that's part of it. So, and I think just mentally nice to mix it up a bit. And that's why I only do these streams once a week, because I kind of want to, give it enough time to, do these other things and come back and really enjoy this stuff and have fun when I do it. But yeah, super busy. And Julie, spot on. Physics, but pain. You wish you could work in insurance, Quidgy? Seriously? I mean, I'm that guy, but why are you that guy? See, my mother worked in insurance for like 30 years. So I can still remember sitting around like the dinner table and she'd bring some work home or something and talk about like insurance claims, or not specifics, because that would be a breach of privacy when I was 9. It was actually kind of fun. I don't know, it's a cool, it's not a cool industry, who am I kidding? But I found it interesting. I mean, when I get to talk about cool things that I do, I don't usually open with, hey, I work in insurance. I usually say, oh yeah, I'm a video game developer. And by the way, I just on the side have a career in insurance. Oh, you can't do that at speed, can you? Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't quite catch the sarcasm. My bad. Well, actually, blame the internet for that. Or your lack of, I don't know. There we go. Now I feel like I'm starting to come good. Oops. Oh, duck. Oh, go. I mistimed that one. Oh, I feel like I can ride again. I started real rusty then. Oh, so actually, I got to check chat and then I'll talk about me more. Yeah, that's what you're really here to do. We got D and Warrior. How's it going? It's going good. Do you want to know why it's going good, D and Warrior? Do you? Was that a sincere question, or were you just trying to be polite? You're like, oh, better pretend to show an interest in this guy. All right. Who can tell me what football uniform I'm wearing right now? Oh, one pack. One pack graduated. Hold on. You talking like real uni graduation? I'm gonna give you a spin anyway, because that's a graduation hat. Alright, I'm gonna play something else while we're chatting. Yeah, Quidgy. Insurance. It's the real deal. Slipknot, how you doing? Oh, and Philly Dilly Day. Philly Dilly Day's back. Good to have you. 49ers, right. Who now? This is a far harder question. Who can tell me what the 49ers record is right now? All right. So I'm gonna start playing these extremes. What? Silver medal extreme? Yeah, we starting there. Yeah, who can tell me the 49ers record right now? And that will tell you why I'm happy. Yes, it will. Wow, I really didn't try this one. Nice hoodie. Ko-Fi's. Yeah, DLC ones are good. I don't even... Oh. I watched Yellow Belt stream a few times, but I don't understand how you managed to fly through checkpoint 2 so easily. I can pass it just rarely. Oh. If it's not 49-0, no, it's not. Oh, Pie Boy. Are you happy with spoilers? Because I'm happy to stop the stream if it's... No, I'm not. Dude, Pie Boy, you're in for a treat, dude. Alright. Now, I think I've only ever played this track once. And I've had people... Oh, see, that's going to be fun to teach. Oh, my word. I forgot. This is why I have silver and not gold. I said before, this is... what was the track? One of the DLC tracks from Fusion had a checkpoint just like that. Wow! Keep going, I want to see this. Wow. Alright, so part of the idea for this stream was to do these tutorials, but I think I'm just gonna... Actually, you know what I should do? I should do like a... I should do a notorial. I'm gonna do a notorial. So this is gonna be my first attempt. I'm not gonna... Because I got in trouble once when I did a tutorial. I kind of got a bit cocky and I did a tutorial. Devil's Peak, yes, Julie, thank you. Torin, congratulations on the graduation. You get 3 spins. 3 big ones. Yeah, so I'm going to do a notorial. Notorials are effectively me talking and verbalizing how I'm breaking down each checkpoint. If you want to watch this and this gives you pointers, fantastic, you learn something. What I'm doing, though, instead of making this my tutorial, because I kind of got lazy sometimes, I'm really lazy, maybe one day I'll actually do this again in a bit more of a condensed version when I actually know what I'm doing. Oh, dude, how did you not take an Xbox to college? I mean, that's just a rookie mistake. Seems the smallest margin for error. Philly Dilly Day? Yeah, agreed. All right. First one. Oh, what? No, I don't want to read that. Rear wheel bounce. See, yeah, so this is interesting. It's actually... You don't need... Oh, no. So you do need to rear wheel bounce. Yeah, so this is tough. You've got a rear wheel bounce. But the timing has to be so precise. So when you bounce up, if you hit with your front wheel first, or if you're leaning too far backwards, you can't... So it's not like a difficult hop to make, but it's just about having the right body position when you land to allow the back wheel to hit and ride up like that without going too high. So if that was leaning too far back, that I hit the front wheel first. Let's see if I can break this down and stall here. Let's see if I can do this. So I wonder because this might be more consistent for some people. So I usually, when I do these tutorials, I tend to try and just find a consistent way through. Now this requires really tough throttle control, so it might be too hard for people anyway, but we'll try. Yeah, this is way too hard. All right, it's okay. It's possible, but your throttle control's got to be really sharp. Tyrone, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. And Julie seems happy, like weirdly happy. Like Julie wasn't that happy when I joined. And I'm streaming. All right, so this one. Okay, so I actually, yeah. So this is going to be one of those subtle times where a slide is really important. Because if I try, so look, if I sit down on the bike and just accelerate, I don't make the gap. If I lean forward, I don't make the gap. And if I stay neutral, I don't make the gap. So I guess a bunny hop, but even if you do a bunny hop, you won't make the gap. And what it's going to have to force you to do is do a slide. And I think it's only subtle. The ramp isn't curved and it's only small, but the boost you get, and it puts you in the right riding position, but the boost you get from a slide is actually what's necessary to get up here. Now again, I'm going to try and break this one down into 2 parts if possible, but again, I feel like it's going to be probably easier to do it, even though it's less consistent, it might be easier to do it in one motion. So when I talk about a slide, it's just lifting your front wheel up so it doesn't hit the ramp as I go through. And then sit back on the bike. And then it's just about timing that sort of transition. But you kind of, it's hard to explain. And this is the problem. It's my job to explain. You just want to be in the right riding position. Sit down. And it's... How do I explain this? Put you on a list with a celebrity. Who? How do you explain this? I mean, it's... You kind of want to get your front wheel out of the way. It can hit that vertical section, but you probably don't want it to. Like that was cleaner. You lean forward, and it's really just about getting the angle just right. But then what you want to do is kind of tap the brake as soon as your front wheel gets up the top and let your momentum kind of spin you around. So there, and then brake. And if you time that right, you can get up here and, you know, it's far easier. Let me see. Yeah, Frank, I think it is going to be a tough plat. Let me see if... Alright, so that's as best as I can do for that tutorial for now. I'm just wondering, is there even enough space to sort of stop here? Not really. Whoa, that was an accident. Let me try this just for a second. I mean... I think it's possible to stop there. But why would you want to? There's like no... I mean, yeah, look, that is doable. But why would you want to? Honestly. Alright, let's not do any more of this. That's just tough. You just want to learn that technique. Yeah, it is like Devil's Peak, except Devil's Peak didn't have as big of a jump. Devil's Peak was a smaller jump, I feel. So I actually think this is slightly harder. Alright, Tyron. Thanks, man. Yeah, now this one's tough. Or is it? Or does it just look tough? Actually, there's another checkpoint I can think of. It's the same as this. Oh, I want to say checkpoint 9 on like sewer rat or I don't know. There's another one that requires this technique, but underneath or in between 2 barrels. Someone remind me which one that is. You'll know it when you see the pattern here. Yeah, so I think my approach is actually going to... Yeah, okay. So to get the speed... and because so what this one's about, it's speed and trajectory. Right? If I ride the ramp fully, I go too high. So what that means, instead of me having this really flat sort of trajectory and line through the obstacles, I got a little bit too much height if I ride the full ramp or if I bunny hop it. So what that means, you actually hit the middle ramp almost like with your weight coming down as opposed to your sort of momentum carrying you forward. Again, a slide is what overcomes that. So what I'm doing here is kind of a really basic slide there. Keep the front wheel out of the way. All right, sit back on the bike, and then when the back wheel gets toward the ramp, I sort of put it back down. And what I'm trying to do is get it down really early and really like low on the ramp and use that to propel me forward. But, and this is the tricky part and the really subtle part about this, you want your front wheel to be slightly elevated on the middle ramp. All right, so you kind of want to hit that as flat as you can, but see with your front wheel lifted up, and then you just sort of bunny hop off the off this barrel. So let me try again. Let me see. Yeah, so I don't think I can do this in steps. I think this is really one of these ones where at least to here, I don't think from there I'm going to be able to make that from a standing start. Not without a supreme amount of skill. Moi! Oh, Twitchy, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, my friend? Alright, maybe I'll try and lean forward. Yeah, you're going to struggle to do that. I mean, maybe a fender, but I don't think so. No. So, yeah, you just want to hit a flat trajectory. Actually, you can just do a smooth transition. Yeah, it's not even really a slide there, to be honest. It's more just a good transition. But the key is when you hit this one, you want your front wheel in the air. And I'm pretty sure you can stop here if you get stuck. And if you're skilled, you can kind of make that transition. So don't be scared to do that if you have to. But the easiest way is just going to be with a sort of bunny hop. Well, actually, depending on your skill level. But yeah, so, anyway. I think that's enough because this is going to be a long video. Luckily, I've got like 3 hours to stream. Okay, let's check this one out. Okay. What's the trick here? The trick is once you get here, I mean, that's actually pretty easy. Would you teach someone this? I think I would. If you're really struggling with this, all right, so what you want to do, transitions lesson, go and learn transitions. Learn to change your body weight as you go through the curve of the ramp. It is essential. It's the first proper Unia Trials lesson in the game, and just do it. Yeah, I know Inferno. I take that for granted sometimes. I get that it's difficult, but this is why I put the transitions lesson in. And the cool thing is with this, if you get your transition right, it actually, like if you just accelerate full speed, it lifts your front wheel up for you, and it's just a matter then of managing the brake to position yourself here. And then to launch from this, you just want to be slightly to the back so your front wheel's lifted up, and just do a bunny hop, and pretty much like a regular bunny hop, to be honest. And you make it across. But I don't want to hit checkpoint, because what I need to check, can I do this without transitions? So can I just ride to that position first, get steady, and now with just throttle control, I can do the exact same thing. Okay, so that's the way I'd teach it. Even if you don't know how to do transitions too well, hey Paul, that's what I do. And then here, front wheel slightly better than higher than the back, and just regular bunny hop. Next one. Okay, now this one. As soon as you gotta add, yeah, that sucks. Sorry. Oh, so now he won't be able to see me. Oh, I was writing you a funny message. Twin fire goes in one movement here. Oh, sorry, this one or the last one? Probably the last one. Twitch delay is amazing. Oh, that was clean. Okay, this is a Rock of Rages checkpoint, right? And I say that, but I mean, No. It's frostbite. What checkpoint was it? Like one of the last ones? One of the last few? Someone remind me. Anyway, so the trick here is that Guten Tag, dressed du Orden. CP killed you, really? Alright. So the challenge with this one is obviously when you hit your back wheel, it forces you away from the ramp. So what do you think the lesson is? Lift your back wheel so it doesn't hit the ramp. Alright, so transition up here, but you sit back on the bike. So basically by sitting back on the bike, it lifts the back wheel out of the way, and then you put it back down, and then it's just a matter of catching it in throttle control. Super easy, right? Super easy. Paul, I'm really good. Let's go back and try again. So, alright, let's see if I can do it without transitions. Just for people that are struggling. But if you're trying to do this extreme track and haven't got transitions, just go back and do the lesson. Alright, I'm going to try this where I accelerate hard from here but let the front wheel lift up a little and see if I can make something happen. Nope. Let me try again. Nah, it's going to be too hard. You have to transition here, but the key is you kind of have to, look, sit back. So actually, you've got to, on this ramp here, you probably need to let the front wheel lift just slightly at the end as well. And the way to do that, just let go of leaning. You don't have to specifically move it. But the key is just watch your back wheel. Right, as you're going through here, you just want to sit on the bike, and then do that sort of regrip and lean forward, and you'll catch yourself. Yeah, I mean it's not easy. It's a really tough one, but yeah, just try and not get that back wheel and have really solid throttle control. So I think that's the best I can do to teach that one. Have you ever thought about a tutorial for Orange Belt? Dress du Orden. I made one. It's embedded in a stream somewhere, and it was embarrassing because I don't think I could finish the track when I tried it. I'll try again later tonight if you want. Anyway, next one. Okay, so this is
fantastic.
Hey, creation! Congratulations on the graduation and 3 big graduation spins. That's still going. Yeah, we can do orange again. All right, so the technique with this one is interesting. All right, let me try this first. I'm gonna see. I would never ride it like this, but let me see if I can teach it this way. Let me see if I can land down here. All right, throttle control, hold in place. Let the front wheel lift just slightly. I mean, like this would be a ninja climb. So why would I teach an extreme track? But that's probably possible with like a slow climb. Cripple would probably do this with his eyes closed. Yeah, alright, I don't want to teach that. So that the endo and flapping will be really helpful. Yeah. But yeah, so all it is, let me see if I can just sit down. Yeah, it's just the timing. So it's funny. I instinctively, there's one other thing I do here that happens so quickly. And it's instinctive for me now. So I'm trying to see if I can do the obstacle without it. Oh, I don't think I can. Well, I can. Okay, so it's much harder to do it that way. This is the thing. When the controller and the bike become an extension of your body, and I mean that in the weirdest kind of way, there's so many little subtle things that you'll do that you don't even realize. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing an extra little motion as I make that transition to get the wheel. Yeah, basically, if I just ride from here and try and do that hop, I kind of don't get enough height and I don't get enough power. The back wheel doesn't hit the ramp for enough time. You see, it just leaves me hanging and I'm really struggling. And I think a lot of people will try and do that, or they'll try and bunny hop up again. Analog shifting. Yeah, right. I mean, it's a horrible name, by the way. But what I'm trying to do, okay, the mentality behind this is I'm trying to maximize the amount of time my rear wheel is in contact with the lower ramp, and I need that. Still got to get my body in the right position to sort of counteract the angle and everything, but I need to keep the rear wheel in enough contact to give me I need the friction from the rear wheel and the power from the rear wheel to push me up the ramp to get me the height to get over the top. What I realize instinctively is that just by riding straight off the edge here, I don't get that. So what I'm doing, if you pay, and I probably should, what am I doing? I lean forward, back, and then forward again. So yeah, I lean backwards to start with, to lift the front wheel to get the wheels in the right position. Then I lean forward to get the rear wheel in contact with the ramp to maximize the amount of time that the rear wheel's in contact. But almost as soon as I do that, I sit back again because I have to sit back. So I sit back on the rear wheel. Now that it's made contact cleanly, I sit back on the rear wheel to lift the front wheel up slightly because that's the riding position and angle I need to be in to go up the top section. But then as the front wheel starts to lift backwards on the vertical section, you lift forward so you can do an endo, get over the checkpoint. Done. It's that easy. Just do that. But that's what's happening, right? And all I'm checking is as I come out of this at the end, I'm actually using a bit of throttle control, because if you go full gas, you'll push yourself off backwards. So I'm kind of just doing enough gas there to get me up onto the checkpoint. I mean, if I nailed it, right? Yeah, back, front, back, front, yeah. I mean, show me a better tutorial. I won't watch it. All right, this rear wheel bounce. Man, I should have just made this the rear wheel bounce A+. Actually, no, this is horrible. Because the height change messes you up. All right, seriously, just do the rear wheel bounce lesson and then come here and do the same thing. All right, what's the only thing I can teach you? Okay, so this is cool. This is the one thing that I'll teach you. So I'm trying to quietly burp. It's really hard to do on stream. What you want to do is stay in a neutral riding position, accelerate at 100%, and all you need to do is flick your weight forward, sort of like the second half of a bunny hop, or the middle third if you're being technical, and that should be enough to get you to clear the distance, and then sit back on your bike and rotate backwards slightly so you can do the rear wheel bounce at about a 45-degree angle. One pack. I love these streams too. But then I'd sit here and talk to myself if, well, I can. Why don't I do that more often? But so the reason why this one's difficult is because of the camera angle, to be honest. Twitchy, who's in control of camera angles? Is that the level designers? Or sometimes there's just evil people that like doing it. It is, yeah, okay, because they stuffed up the camera angle on rear wheel bounce lesson as well on the B grade one. Because basically, whenever you're, and I don't know, maybe it's intentional. You can tell me if it's a intentional thing or not. I think it's actually, well, no, look, maybe I'm being an internet person, having an opinion of stuff I have no right to have an opinion of. So I'll talk this one through real quick. It gives you a slightly higher camera angle. And when the elevation changes, especially on a rear wheel bounce, being able to judge the distance from left to right is far more important than seeing the whole, well, no, you kind of need to see the whole thing. I would just wish it was a bit more dynamic, because at the time you're trying to get your 45-degree angle, you kind of want to lower in a side on camera. But because you're trying to create a camera angle that lets me see the whole obstacle, you end up showing me an angle that is sort of over the shoulder almost, and from a distance and from above, you can't see the side of the bike to allow you to know what angle is on the rear wheel bounce. It just makes it far more inconsistent. So I feel like there should be another camera or something basically, Twitchy, you did a bad job. I mean, that's the only conclusion I can reach. Let's be fair. Nah, nothing but love for level designers. You know, I've been. I mean, anytime I come over, I'm hanging out in the level design room. I'm not hanging out anywhere else. So, we cool. This is actually almost the same. I mean, again, just lazy level design. This is basically the same technique as before. I'm just gonna make this all about Twitchy now. Transition from here. Keep the power down, but let the... Yeah, actually, so that's interesting. It's actually easier than the earlier one. What you want to do, transition, let the front wheel lift, but you don't need to do anything to make that happen. Just accelerating is going to be enough. But what you want to do is just manage your angle in the air so that you kind of hit with your front wheel. So you want to keep your momentum, but you want to make the back wheel make contact and the front wheel slightly in the air. So sometimes with this, I'm having to adjust and kind of let go of gas towards the end of this section if I find the front wheel lifting too high. Right. So these are the things that I think a lot of people are going to struggle with. When you kind of watch me do it, and it's like, oh yeah, he just goes full speed and he hits it. But sometimes when I see, like, I'll notice halfway up this ramp, the front wheel slightly higher than it probably should be, just because of the timing of the transition. And I'll subconsciously kind of just ease off the gas a little bit to bring the front wheel back down so I've got the right angle to go for the next checkpoint. So these are the tiny little things that you just don't notice until you do this for a billion years. Ego, best trials professor. To be fair, I'm the only one, but yeah, I guess I can claim the best then. One pack. Glad you like the stream. And guten Tag to Freak. I am doing well. Dankeschön. Doesn't kick your rear wheel like the other one. Yeah, exactly, Twin Fire. Yep. So it's kind of the same technique, but without having to worry about the rear wheel. I just realized we're on a new checkpoint. And then this one is impossible. Okay, so the reason why this one is hard is because of this overhang. Okay. Alright, so here's the good news. The good news is you can slow climb. If you're on a keyboard, I have never attempted to help you. You are beyond help. If you don't know how to slow climb... Okay. Alright, literally, all I did here... Look, I just lean forward. Alright, so now I just need to do a little bit of an adjustment to get my front wheel up. And now, just real gentle on the gas until you steady yourself down. Alright? Yeah, Julie, I love it too. This is impossible for you on the Mantis. Oh, I didn't even think about bloody helium. Yeah, but look at this. Just slow climb. You give it a little bit extra juice once your front wheel makes that... that angle, right? And the reason you do that is you'll see. If I just keep going really slow, you'll hit this point and you get stuck. And this is why they designed that obstacle. Fantastic. Now, oh, hey, Inspire. Hang on, can I stay here and spin at the same time? 1, 2, 3. No. 4. You ruined it. So, slow climb is actually a good place to practice this, okay? But what you want to do, and this is a good technique for later on in your trials life as well, as my front wheel hits this edge and just starts leaning forward, give it a bit more gas than you think you need to. That is a technique you'll use a lot on some of these climb tracks to get up these sections. You've still got to have really good throttle control, but it'll help you get to this part. So that first bit is actually quite easy. So this is actually the only hard bit. And I think if you know how to do amazing expert level trials, this is really not that hard. Okay, steady yourself up. Steady yourself here. Now, some ninjas are going to be able to do that climb. And by the way, you can do this much faster, but I'm trying to teach. Okay, what you want to do here, I think from the rock section, you want to accelerate at 100%, but let your front wheel lift off. Let me have a look. No, it's. I mean, that's what you want to do. I'm just trying to do it slowly, and it makes it a bit harder. Yeah, so you kind of just want to let the front wheel lift up just slightly as you're on your way up. Let me just try it. Maybe it's actually from here is better. No, you need the power. Wait, what's Rise of the Dragon? Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, Ego, I'm not good at climbing either. So, evil version of this. Yeah. Sorry, I need a drink break and to read some chat. Teeny boy. You play the track with the keyboard, you're weird. Just putting that out there. Yeah, you're right, Julie. I think this is good practice for Rise of the Dragon. That's where that conversation came from. So if you're really good at trials, it's easy. Yeah, exactly. All right. So learn throttle control. Just practice. I mean, it's not. It's just being gentle, and this will teach you. This will teach you a lot. And look, this lower section is a really easy part. 4 minutes left. All right, I gotta finish this. So what I'm gonna try and do is accelerate up here as hard as I can. Let the front wheel lift off, and then as soon as by probably just slightly. Yeah, it's just throttle control. Like, you just need to adjust the gas just enough. So, yeah, so you can get your wheel up for that endo. So yeah, so all I'm actually doing, and I'll tell you now, if you can do that motion, one motion is so much quicker and so much easier. No, switch is right analog stick. Just get good. Yeah, so if you're moderately good at this, I would actually do this, because that regrip actually puts you in the right riding position. So what you ideally want to do is be in a seated position as you get. So you kind of want to go up in the air a little bit here. So this is a slightly more advanced approach, but so much more consistent. You want to get up in the air when you get to this section. You want to regrip there. Yeah, like you see the way that I ride it when I go at like speed. That little adjustment there, you just need a bit of throttle control at the end. Yeah, look, it's tough, but really what you want to try and do is get the front wheel out of the way. You want to only have it lift up just enough so it clears the top of that ramp. You need to have the back wheel get just enough power to get you up there. You need to do an endo and flip yourself over. If you know how to do flapping, it's going to be a lot easier. I don't want to time out on the track, so I'm actually going to finish it. But I'm hoping that as an introduction to this track was helpful. What do we think? Good, bad, covered everything? Any gaps? Anything else you'd like to share that you didn't while we were chatting? Blub, you're a freak. Do you know what? Blubby? Oh, damn it. I was just about to say, let me do an extreme on keyboard, because it is fun when I did a couple. All right, let me go back and get gold on this now and see if I can do it. Yeah, I'm playing on Xbox, so can't do it. Yeah, Inspired Green Belt sucks. Sorry about that. All right, gold. I'm gonna go Mantis. I'm gonna take my hat off because we're serious. Unless someone subs, and then it's gonna go back on. New ninjas, yeah, boy. What was gold? What's the goal for gold? Nah, I philosophically disagree with the D-pad as a control option. Wow, I did that really poorly. Oh yeah, and that's the other way. You recover, if you overshoot that, you can recover with a... Not following my own advice, you gotta have the front wheel lifted up a bit. See, get the back wheel. Wow. I was going to be all smug and be like, see, get the back wheel out of the way. And it's easy. Damn it. Oh, that was... I should have... I forget about the 5-second penalty. It's worth recovering. And I didn't do that... What did you call it, Twitchy? Analog stupid thing? See, look, camera angle. Actually, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, no. Forgot the checkpoint. Alright, gold may take me a few runs. Oh, I'm here already? Oh. Wow, it took 49 minutes last time. Oh, this sucks, though. Analog shifting. Alright. I like that. Don't say that. I was taking a drink and Mario Madness made me say I like that like I'm a ventriloquist. I disagree. Analog shifting is horrible. Still struggling with yellow belt. Reach CP10. Nice. Let's see if I can get my good attempt. Yeah. Is that 12 faults? I mean, it's 5.5 minutes off my best. What's plat time? 110. Well, GG's to me's please on the gold, but really, that should be expected. Snake, how you doing? So this is the other thing that I get. I don't get to sit in many people's houses and watch them play trials, but I get to see a bit on Twitch and hear about some other stuff. And I think the one thing that, I don't know, people don't tend to go to the ridiculous detail I do when breaking down a track. But, like, even though I'm doing this for the purposes of, like, talking it through for people to watch and learn and hopefully be able to overcome the track and, you know, figure out the obstacles and all the rest of that stuff, it's kind of like, that does happen inside the brain of a trials player. It's just that most people don't bother to verbalize it. But what I tend to find is, I watch people getting, like, struggling on stuff and they're trying to, like, get a gold medal. Oh, I've got to get gold before I move on. And I'm like, but have you actually tried to figure out the obstacles? And you don't have to do it the way I do it, but you kind of need to have a rough idea of what you're doing before you care about the gold medal. Like, that'll happen. Like, you saw me just there, right? First attempt after having a meaningful effort where I forgot about the medal, forgot about the time, and just broke out each checkpoint. What technique do I need? Where do I need the wheel? Where do I need the body weight? Where do I need does the rear wheel lift? Where do I have to do an endo? Once I figured out all that stuff, like, golds and platinums is just a matter of execution and fine-tuning the run. But it's easier when you know what you're doing. And I find that some people just don't bother to spend that time. Now, there's some checkpoints on this that are absolutely inconsistent. Like, this one here is going to kill every platinum attempt I have. The great news is, and I love when Redlinks do this, shout out to Twitchy and his Redlinks bros, you do it at the early part of a track, and it's not so bad. Oh, I'm not recovering that. So at least here, if I know I stuff up... Fantastic! It is fantastic. That one's fantastic. Yeah, if I make a mistake... Oh, come on. I can just restart. It's easy. And Stokesy, time to keep the skill up is pretty right. As long as you see progress, you retry Twinfire. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it goes right. Trials can be time consuming, but I guess it's a bit again. I mean, I play for like 3 hours a week, but again, I've played for a decade. So, funny thing is, when I got to look at the details, I always hear your voice. Yeah. No, you're not going insane. And this is why on the loading screen it says, like, thinking, like, you know, what would Fat Shady do? And I don't know if anybody realized this, but for the physical people, the people who got a physical copy, there's a sticker book, and the sticker book, it actually does say inside the sticker book that came with every retail release, which is crazy to think about for me, but it says, what would Fat Shady do? That's kind of the idea. Alan, good to have you here. Still haven't uploaded, I mentioned you before, I still haven't uploaded your stream video because you swore. I told you this would happen. There is, 14,000 people now on YouTube? Not that they all watch it. But a bunch of people on YouTube that don't even know that you streamed with me because you swore and now that video hasn't come out. Damn it. Oh, horrible. Again? Okay, so that one I've got to slow down slightly for that transition. That sucks. What was that? And then what'll happen? You'll get impatient for a few runs, and then it really just depends. Like there, I'm trying to like link them all together. So is this only 8 checkpoints? That was just good throttle. All right, PBs to me, please. What do you reckon? Plat? Plat? No. Here's the problem, Alan. Do you want me? Okay. One thing I'm realizing about myself is that I'm time poor. When I want to work, when I want to skateboard, spend time with my family, trial stuff, YouTube, Twitch, all this stuff, I do not have enough time to do all of the things I want to do in life. And even just relax, unwind, be a normal human. So, and this is where I used to edit heaps of stuff on YouTube, and now I don't bother because I just don't have the time, and it's like I'm not trying to make anything massive. I'm just trying to keep doing my thing as efficiently as I can. Your video, it was a 3-hour stream or whatever we streamed for. I will have to, so I've already downloaded it. I'll have to load it up into Adobe. I'll have to put it out in the timeline. I'll have to watch the entire thing to listen for each and every swear that you did. Even if it's 7, even if it's 2, I don't know where they are. I have no idea where the timestamps are. Once I find them, then I've got to get a quick little audio clip and put them in and adjust the audio volumes, cut it all out. Look, that's not a huge amount of time, but I've got to sit there for 3 hours. So let's even call that 3.5 hours if I sat down in one sitting and did it. Then I've got to render it. The rendering process is probably going to take me another 40 minutes, maybe to an hour, depending. I mean, probably 40 minutes just to compile it and everything. Then I've got to upload it. And then I've still got to do thumbnails, descriptions, all the rest of it. You're talking at like a 5+ hour job just because you couldn't stop swearing, right? Like, I'm going to send you an invoice for my time. Nah, front wheel wasn't it. Oh. So now I'm nervous because I got that first freaking jump. Nah. Damn it. Come on, let me have this. Oh, love that. Oh, wow. That was good. Come on. Not fair. choke much, Shady? This sucks. Oh, that sucks. What a coke, absolutely. Yeah. I like that, Stokesy. I'm glad I couldn't get there. So did that take me out of platinum as well? Yeah, it did, didn't it? Oh, man. What, 212? What? Wow. I suck. So that's going to be the test, is pretty much when you're going for your plat, because this is only like CP2. All right, so time is actually really tough on. What? Alan, I don't care. You find me 5 hours of a day to make a video, and then I'll be impressed with your amazing ninja run. Should have made you do it before you left. I should have set you up and be like, all right, man, thanks for the stream. Here's Adobe. Here's Premiere Pro. I'm going to bed. Yeah. See yourself out when you're finished editing and uploading it and creating a thumbnail. I did that a weird way. I don't know about you, but sometimes you just find yourself doing a checkpoint a way like you've never done it before. See, I'm far more consistent on my second. Or third attempt. Get up there. Oh, I'm already outside of plat time? Wow. This plat is tough. Who here has got this plat? This plat is not. Oh, don't bloody congratulate Alan. Don't do that. Yeah. This is a proper one, because this is like a. Oh well, okay. I mean, I didn't even think. I'm just too much of a. I don't know. I don't want to use helium. Is the consensus among the community it's a helium track? Now, you know what I was thinking, Stokesy? I appreciate the offer. And, I mean, I could... Actually, I totally could do that. If anybody really wants to sit there and watch Alan and me... I mean, it was actually a really fun stream. I kind of feel like... Actually, you know what? Hey, Stokesy. Are you serious? Is that a sincere offer? It's a helium track. Wow, I'm glad I spent the entire night learning it on this. Is it really a helium track? I am an idiot. You didn't watch the stream? Mate, alright. Stokesy, you got my email? Yeah? universityoftrials@gmail.com. Send me a message. Hi, it's Stokesy, reporting for duty. Including that, your address. And your name. Because I can't post your stuff to Stokesy. I will make the video available to you via the URL. I'll email you the link. You write back an email with the timestamps. And anywhere else where you think it'd be funny for me to bleep just to make it sound like he said swears. And this is what you're going to get. Because I'm going to hook you up. Because I'm going to ask you to spend 3 hours of your time. I'm going to pay you in something. 1 second. All right, shut up, Alan. I'll pay 4 times. Quidgy? Nah. Well, no, you already got a jacket. You've had enough. Stokesy needs to get hooked up. What size shirt are you, Stokesy? Because this may change things drastically. No, if you can lip read, that's on you. If there's a 9-year-old kid out there that's watching the video with his dad and he can lip read, that kid deserves to know what swearing's about. And if you're 9, you already know. I gotta say, I really like Mantis on this track. Like, now I've spent a bit of time on it. It's actually a fun. It's just I guess finishing with this climb. But no, if you hit this right on the first attempt, with that regrip and the right throttle, you get straight up there. Damn it, you're XL. Oh, actually no, XL's all right. Okay, so I've got large for Far Cry New Dawn. I did get an XL. I'm XL as well, so if I get XL shirts, I keep them normally. I did get a cool Ghost Recon one, but I'm keeping that. But I think. All right, I don't care if you're not excited. I'm gonna just pretend to be. All right. If you go through, watch the video, tell me the timestamps, send me your address. I'll give you a choice. I'm actually going to give you a choice of t-shirts because I just realized I've only got one each of XL and I'd like to maybe do this for someone else at some point. You can either have the Professor Fat Shady t-shirt with like my beautiful face on it. Now, the cool thing about this is it makes no reference to Uni Trials except for the logo on the yellow hoodie. But this is the yellow hoodie that you see right here. Oh, have I even got him in my chat client? No. Oh, yeah, I do. There he is. So you can have them. Or you can have the Uni Trials logo, sort of OG Uni Trials logo in black. But yeah, one of those could be yours. Tell me which one you want and chuck it in an email as well, and I'll hook you up. I will post you some stuff. Just because that's the kind of guy I am. Sivim? Rule? You like the Trials one? Mario. Well, do something for me. So I don't know. Is that fair, Stokesy? Do you reckon that's fair compensation? I was going to give you 2 t-shirts, but like I said, because I've only got 2 XLs, I don't want to get rid of them all straight away. I got that shirt, and I can recommend it. It makes people ask, oh, really? Oh, no, you're sorry. It's that obscure of a reference. No one's even asking you who. But if anyone ever does, please tell me. Stokesy, you're a good dude, man. Yeah, this is the thing. I value my own time too much and I still don't think, to be honest, like the t-shirt shipping, like the shirts, because I printed up a bunch of cheap ones to take to this Ubisoft experience. I think they cost me $10 each, right? With shipping, call it another $10. It's probably $20, right? I'm paying you $20 for 3 hours work. It's what, $7? Less than $7 an hour? Your time is worth more than that. So you do that because you're a nice dude and I appreciate the help and all the rest of it. But I kind of feel like, and I don't ever want to be someone that sort of takes people or their time for granted, because it's too precious. We don't get enough of it. So in saying that, you know, I will spend hundreds, thousands of hours doing my Trials thing. So I get it. We do it because we love and passion and fun and all the rest of it, but don't ever let people, take your time, at least without respecting your time. Get up there. Yeah, I don't think I want to go for plat in this session. I think I've had enough of this now. Nah, see, the editing is fine. Like, I'm fine with editing. Actually, I edited up I took my family to the Tasmania and I made up like a probably 12-minute video from the trip. Really cool. I really enjoyed it because I haven't done editing apart from like uni trial stuff. Like I feel like I almost got sort of burnt out on a lot of that content creation side because I just did so much for the game. And I knew that was a possibility going into sort of production. I wouldn't change it for the world. But yeah, I just don't have the energy to do it. But I kind of did this video of last weekend and I was like, yeah, this is fun again. Alright. Mission of Fat Shady Productions. Hey man, that's still the business name. I still exist. Yeah, Julie, I'll come back for it. Alright, Stokesy, that's awesome, dude. Send it to me tonight and I'll try and send it across. Might even do it while we're streaming. Who's got a track request? I think actually somebody wanted ninjas. Who wanted some ninja help? Oh, Notorial for Frozen. You did too. Is that extreme? That's the... No, is it... Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Oh, is it Mantis or Helium? Should I have just done it on Helium? UFO Chaser. What? What's about to erupt? Is that a track name? Nice hoodie, DJ. Shout out to Elite DJ. Plat Helium, alright. Alright. Let's just have some fun with this. I don't know. Bunny hop. Bunny hop, but land on your back wheel with your weight leaning forward. And that'll get you up here to the first one. That's straightforward. This instantly to me looks like a slide. So all I do, slide, lift the back wheel. Oh, actually, you can ride on this, can't you? Can you? No, okay. Alright, slide. So what you're aiming for is that round thing. Because if you get onto that round thing, it's the only thing that'll give you grip, but you can go, let's see how far back you can go. A little bit. But yeah, so your back wheel kind of needs to hit that red thing, and you want to throttle control and regrip here. Yeah, it's a little forgiving, but yeah, alright. Here, this will just be full gas. Yeah, okay. So that's a little tricky. Yeah, so you kind of want to hit right on that red thing. And this technique here, you see that regrip? You kind of hit it, and when you bounce... Actually, yeah, so you don't want to actually land on the white part. You really want to land with your back wheel on the red part. So, yeah, interestingly, with a good slide... maybe I've skipped the slide. I think skipping the slide might, so I'm talking out loud. I mean, yeah, I'm just doing that from a neutral position. Actually, that's interesting. If you front flip it. Yeah, see, I don't do the front flip to get more grip. I don't like that. I find it's easier if you flip onto the ramp. So like that. No, like that. Yeah, I think that's probably better than the way I do it. But what I was going to show you, if you just go from a neutral position from a checkpoint restart and go full gas, just sit back on the bike, it pretty much gets you in the right spot. If you just lean back on the bike there, yeah, and then just rotate. So look, neutral position, full gas, and then rotate backwards until your back wheel hits the red thing. That's it. It doesn't need any more than that. And this way, whenever I'm looking for tutorials, I'm looking for the simplest, consistent method to pass the checkpoint, not the fastest or, most efficient or whatever else. So, there you go. And then for this part, I think it's just full gas. Yep. What's this? Big bunny hop? And rear wheel bounce. Okay. Alright, from... neutral position. Nah, you don't make it. I'd probably reverse a little. Again, these camera angles. So good bunny hop there. Yeah, it's hard to judge, but... Ah, damn, I didn't mean to hit that. But yeah, that's just a big bunny hop. And rear wheel bounce. But that only counts when you made a fault to spawn at the checkpoint. Not necessarily. You can still get into a neutral riding position and position yourself at the checkpoint to approximately get there. But again, the people that so Valkyrie, valid point, but like I said, I'm not trying to teach people how to speedrun this or zero fault or how to get a platinum. I never make those guides. My goal is just to get you through a track. The people that come and find my content, at least when they start, and you can be good and still learn things from the way I break down tracks. But the idea, I think, for me, is to just get people through a track. Now, those people don't care about faults yet, right? They like, if you have to learn to fault. But what I also did is I explained a bit about the slide and the land on the red thing. We did the front flip. So you piece all of that together, I think, there's enough. But yeah, no, I try and provide those techniques because there's people that are just struggling to pass this track. And having a tip like that could be really helpful. There you go. There's a very long answer to a question that you probably didn't want to get into. Hopefully it didn't come across negatively. It wasn't intended to be. Just an explanation for those wondering. Wow, this feels like Frostbite, like Checkpoint 4. At least that part does. Okay. Alright, so to do this, it's actually, you kind of just let your momentum get you up there, right? So you lift your front wheel, lean forward, and you get up here. I think with this, if I just lean backwards... If I just lean backwards from up here... Let me just try. Does that give me enough? Yes, it does. Okay, so get yourself up onto this. Brake. Lean backwards to get your back wheel to hit. You don't need any bunny hop or anything. Let me try. Okay, so you definitely can't do that. No. Alright, as far back, I think as far back as you can with the back wheel. And then a nice strong bunny hop there. And then you just need... let me just... I don't know. So, I mean, it's a bunch of ways you can... Let me try. As far back as you can go. But you got to get a good bunny hop. But no, so my issue is... So maybe I just need to rear wheel this. I think it's possible to do... But I think I'm going to have to do something... Okay. The angle of that green container is really, really, really... a really bad for someone that doesn't know what they're doing trying to get through this track. The angle they've made that be at bounces you a little too high. It's very subtle, but you're going to get frustrated because you can't quite make the distance. And I think the difference, and yeah, Teeny Boy just said exactly what I was getting at. You have to kind of treat this like a slide, even though it's not really a slide, but it kind of is. So when you're up on this first white section, you want to hit this green container, but you actually just want to ride it with your rear wheel and lift your front wheel up. So what I was trying to do is hit it with both wheels and then just bunny hop. Well, it's possible, but I think the margin for error is tiny. So, or teeny boy, as it may be. So if you slide it by, don't hit your front wheel on the container, lean backwards from here, lean backwards a little bit more than I was doing before, and lift the front wheel just so it misses the container. That should give you, and as long as the front wheel is sort of on the way down as it's going over the crest of the container, you'll get enough vertical, horizontal momentum to carry it forward. And you kind of want to, so let me just do it and see. Yeah, like that. Wow, okay, I should have seen that earlier. And then that's that. Oh, what? Did I even hit the checkpoint? I feel like I hit that checkpoint. Okay, this is this... oh, wow, this is actually one of my obstacles. Uphill obstacles. This is like a B or probably an A grade on uphill obstacles. I'm sure this is one of my obstacles. It's the exact technique. I mean, you literally just, lean forward there and just ease off the gas halfway up the ramp. And your momentum gets you over. It's like exactly the obstacle from the tutorial. Okay, this is actually a really cool one to practice this regrip technique, because it's one of my bigger regrets from all the content that I created for Trials Rising, that I didn't teach regrip specifically. It is shown in the uphill landings A grade Ghost. I actually went back and re-recorded that to show it, because I realized I'd missed this, so I at least tried to show it there, but it's not good enough. So you will miss this from time to time. The technique here, from a seated position, accelerate, lean forward. What you want to focus on is getting your rear wheel to hit the ramp first. You see how it bounces you up into the air, right? If you don't know what you're doing here, you can, do something bad. So this regrip technique is really when you're up in the air. Let's see. Yeah, when you're up in the air like this, what you do is as you bounce in the air, you sit back on the bike, and then just as your rear wheel's about to come in contact with the ramp again, right, so like that, and then you lean forward and slam your back wheel in and gently touch the gas to regrip. Alright, so look, I bounce up in the air. Let me try a better one. I almost want to exaggerate it. So, like that, sit back, and now but enough. Up, sit back, and then lean forward. I'll try a few more. So up, sit back, and then regrip. And that, with just enough throttle, I promise you, this is the technique that caused me to fault out on Inferno 2 in Trials HD, because there's wooden pallets, and I didn't know how to regrip, and I couldn't figure it out. And this is actually a pretty easy. It's actually a pretty good checkpoint to practice it. So you bounce up in the air, sit back on the bike when you're in the air, and then lean forward to hit the back wheel down, and gently tap gas to regrip. What's the best tip? Give you for the vertical wall on Inferno? Helium. Do it with the helium. I could do it like it's the easiest thing in the world. I didn't even do a tutorial for that checkpoint. Was that easy? Basic. I mean, am I gonna try and do it? Let's see if I can do it backwards. Yeah, I'm not making that. I think all I did there was rear wheel, sort of bounce up the thing, or kind of lean for, I don't know. Whatever. Regrippy McGrippy. Have I ever told you your names suck? Helium and just go as slow as possible. That's pretty much it. This looks like... Alright, so firstly I'm just going to drop down here and stop. Let me try something. I don't think that is going to be possible. No. So I think what I want to do here is really slow. Yeah, like really slow. That's actually deceptive, because you see the barrel there? You kind of feel like you need to go a long way. That's actually a really well-designed obstacle. Shout out to Twitchy and any of his buddies that would have put this together. So this is interesting. Because of the barrel, you feel like you have to go quite a way over it, but what you're doing is starving yourself of the necessary runway to get power to clear the gap. So what you have to realize, and this is only just through a bit of practice, but look at that. Look how slow I'm going, and I clear the barrel. Because of the height difference, very small amount of gas will get you down there. So what that means is I've got a massive amount. I can land like here, and I've got this whole section, except for obstacles and objects that go in the driving line. So bad. Yeah, but I've got a massive amount of ramp to do my my rear wheel hop. So take advantage of it. Is the tip. I'm off going to Scotland for the weekend. Have a good stream. Awesome. Enjoy Scotland. This is still tough though, but that makes it... Does that make it easier? I think it makes it easier. I hope I didn't just go on that whole big barrel height rant for no reason. Why is this so hard? Yeah, it's that. Okay. Julie, you in Glasgow? It is possible after you drop down to do a real big bunny hop. Oh, you mean it from a stationary? Like from stopping, or to try and do it in one? Oh yeah, okay. So you've still got to use the momentum from dropping down, like that. Yeah, it's actually tough. I went to my whole big rant about the barrel height and didn't really... Okay, so let's try this. Yeah, okay, land front wheel salt. Yeah, okay. Let's try it. Ah, so maybe, so like that. Wow. Alright, Salty Joey. You win. You win the tutorial contest. You can now be called Professor Salty. Do you want to be called Professor Salty? I feel like you earned that. Okay, so that technique. So I was right. I'm going to try and save this and try and maintain my... Oh. Realized my green screen was stuffed. I'm going to try and save face here and not look like a complete amateur where Salty just came in and absolutely took me to school. So the idea that I came up with myself without... I'll edit Salty's comments. You won't even see them. Yeah, so you ride off that thing. So you can ride slowly. You do need to use the full length of that container. But by landing front wheel first and just sort of letting your front wheel just hook over... Valkyrie, welcome to the University of Trials. What that does is lets you land front wheel. And interestingly... In the consecutive bunny hops lesson, I talk about landing front wheel first, because what that does is puts a little bit of extra pressure on the back wheel, which loads the suspension, and that's actually a consecutive bunny hop. Welcome, Midnight Gallows. Welcome to the University of Trials. Yeah, so as Salty said, you land front wheel first. That lets the rear wheel hit down a bit harder. That will then give you enough power on the springs to just effectively do a consecutive bunny hop and get over the gap. I like it. I like it. Was meaning for the landing at checkpoint 8? Oh, come on. This feels like, what was it, Devil's Peak? Feels very much. And this is the problem. Eventually, obstacles start feeling a bit... Well, not... They do a very good job of making them different, but you kind of keep seeing similar things. Like, hang on, this feels very much like this other thing I've done. Okay, little bunny hop there, not a big deal. This transition through here is tricky, but I wonder, can you just slow climb this? With like... impeccable throttle control. Let's have a look. Okay. Nah, so... I want to see... yeah, okay, so pure sort of slow climb, probably not going to happen. This is just a really tough transition. Throttle control. I think once you get going, you should be able to do this quite slowly. Nah, okay. Slow climb is not really recommended. So if you can fender grab, that'll help you cheat this checkpoint a bit. What do I do? Small bunny hop here to get up. And then what you want to do is kind of just do this. Just do this. It's that simple. As soon as your front wheel starts. No, I'm not doing... I can't make that big lesson. Small bunny hop. You want to do a transition through that curve to make sure your front wheel doesn't sort of dig into the ramp. And then I really just do a very small... I do it in one motion. But just pay attention to your throttle control. If you get the transition right, you should be able to just ease off the gas on your way up and just climb over it. I think if you get stuck here, you should be able to just go back and again throttle control. Yeah, this is getting a bit hard. I mean, this is just a hard checkpoint. So I would just say small bunny hop, transition, ease off the gas. But you see when I was going through that slow climb there, like with the other track we were doing, when you get to the top, just at the point where your front wheel, so if you are slow climbing, just at the point where you see your front wheel just start to dip down, see if I can do it again, you give it a little bit extra juice. Because otherwise, you go straight up in the air. But look, if I go really slow here, right? But you watch, as soon as my front wheel starts going up, no, too much. No, stop it. Wait. Alright, so as soon as my front wheel starts dipping down over the edge, I'm going to give it a little bit extra juice. Watch. Oh, I can't do it. No, I can't do it. Oh, every time. I don't know, just get good at throttle control. Nah, alright, you know what? I don't want to teach the slow one because it's actually a real pain. What you just want to do is do a good transition, but pay attention to your front wheel. As soon as it starts lifting up, just ease off the gas. Endo up here, fender if you have to, you'll be fine. Use the full ramp, big bunny hop. I think land here first. And this should be, on first glance, it should be like the, what's it called? The uphill obstacles, where you kind of accelerate, but then ease off the gas. But it's not. So maybe... yeah, you want to do that in one hit. To do this, if you just get good. I mean, there should be like an alternate. There should be like an. Oh, okay. So first, I was going to say there should be just an alternate. I gotta stop this. There should be an alternate Uni Trials lesson where it just says that, where it just pops up and says just get good, and then that was it. But then I had this idea as I was talking just then. Wouldn't it be great, right? You know how like video games have got like anti-cheat mode or something, where like if you pirate the game and then you play it, there's like some trolley thing that kind of happens to people. I would have liked to have built a version of this game where we basically introduce Unia Trials. It's fantastic. It does all this stuff. Going to help you all this stuff. Here you go. Here's all the great content. But then you get the option to skip. But if you skip the tutorials, it actually creates every track in the game like way of your face. I've just nailed it. I've just created the greatest Trials version ever. The greatest Trials game experience in the world. Because everyone that does the tutorials will actually say the tutorials are the best thing because they can get through the track easily. All of their friends are going to be like, how can you do it? Yeah, I'm not going to go through that tutorial, idiot, but this game's too impossible. And all of a sudden, Unia Trials, world domination. I reckon that'll work. So, with this one, big bunny hop, lands. No, so see what I do. This is another technique that doesn't get taught. I don't just land in a seated position here, right? If I did, it'd be fine. So I've realized there's some movements that I'm doing that are wasted. Okay, start in a seated position, bunny hop, go back into a seated position. It's just about timing, but if you time it right, I reverse back to the edge of the ramp just to make sure you get to the distance. Just at the time that you hit the bottom and your suspension compresses, you want to lean forward. Yeah, so all the way back, big bunny hop. Just as the weight's on the back wheels, you want to lean forward and accelerate it about, actually pretty hard. Oh no, it's at 100%, but then ease off pretty quickly afterwards. So look, 100% and then ease off. And if you time it right, when you ease off the gas, that should be enough to let you get up and over onto this. If you need to, you might need to endo. You might need to accelerate a little bit on the vertical wall. Just a bit of practice. But the main thing is pay attention to your front wheel and just get it out of the way. Yeah, see there, I sort of tapped I did a bit of throttle control. Let me see if I just... It's tough. It's tough. Ooh. I've got so many ideas that I would put into a game. I got to do some of them, but yeah, I've thought a lot about this. Alright, so that's that one. Oh, and this is a cool technique. Actually, oh, but no, this is a tricky one to do, though. I remember this. So, by the way, the regrip that I just taught you, it's going to be a huge benefit for you. Really? On a slight note. Okay, does everyone understand how this technique works? Where you kind of grip just in that sort of that connection between the rear wheel and the, I don't know, the part of the bike that holds the wheel? The rear fork, I guess? Effectively, so all I'm doing now is holding brake / reverse. The rear bridge. Come on, Twitchy, what's your name for it? The pumpernickel? Stupid names. But effectively, if you do this and lean forward, you kind of do a front flip, but because of the grip that the rear wheel gets, it actually does sort of flip you underneath the obstacle you're sitting on top of, which you do use. I don't know if there's many in-game tracks that use the technique. There's a couple, but certainly a lot of ninja stuff and other extreme tracks will do it as well. So flip from there. And then, but I think the challenge is you actually want to get quite high up on the ramp, which means your flip has to be really fast, I think. Yeah, because if you hit low... Oh, actually, that worked fine. But the main thing is regrip. Throttle control and regrip. Now, is this going to be another one where you do front wheel? The underwheel reach around flippy thing. Now, that is an auntie-esque name. This is something I'd accept... Where he called a slide a ramp front wheel jump twist. I should have brought that back up. No one would have got the joke, but I should have mentioned that again in Rising, because that's funny. So bounce up, sit back, and then regrip. Throttle control, that's kind of the only way to do it, but that regrip will save you forever. Now, interestingly, with these, right, you don't want to do that. Let me just go exploring for a second. What's back there? No, nothing. Just death. Yeah, Twitchy, I don't know how you did it, man. Alright, so I think I want to hit that first. I remember this stupid bloody obstacle. Is there death back here? Yep. So, can I drop straight onto it? Yes. Okay, so if I just go really slowly, I die. If I go like this, I don't die. Okay, so that's what I want to do. Oh. Yeah, hit the beam. Same as before, a little higher, but what you want to do is get your back wheel out of the way. So sit back on the bike and then regrip here. So like I said, this regrip gets used constantly. Like, there really isn't that many techniques you need to know in trials. You just need to know how to execute them, how to combine them, and how to subtly manipulate the different techniques to your environment. So you have to have a deep understanding of them, but once you do, it's not too bad. So again, yeah. So sit back on the bike to lift the back wheel and then regrip on top. So that's just a timing thing, so you don't touch your back wheel like I just did there. And then with this, I'd probably just let go of leaning for a split second and let the front wheel lift up. And then once the front wheel lifts up, endo, and you're over. This will be a big bunny hop, followed by another one, followed by that thing. Bunny hop? Yeah, so what I'm doing there, I'm running out of time here. You want a bunny hop, you want to sit back, well actually, you want to be leaning forward, and then as you get to the angled container, just as you're about to compress the suspension, you want to sit back to put extra load on the rear suspension and then quickly flick forward again. Sort of a consecutive bunny hop of sorts. Let me just see. But that should be better. No. Damn it. Alright. Lean forward to get the back wheel down quickly. So that's that same technique I talked about before, where you want to make use of the whole ramp. So you see, I start with the leaning forward to get the back wheel to hit early. Quick little bunny hop, and that'll get you up there. But pay attention where your front wheel is. You kind of, yeah, you're going to hit your front wheel quite a bit. So it's got to be a good hop. I'm going to run out of time for this. How many more checkpoints is there? And then just rear wheel slide. Oh, that's it. Okay, I can spend a bit more time on this. Yeah, so bunny hop. Actually, I think you just ride off it. Oh yeah, you don't need to bunny hop the first bit. Ride, but it's the timing. You see the timing I get here of that like compression of the. So I don't want. I just want to. Let me see if I actually. Can I do the front wheel first? No, because I think because of the angle, that approach to consecutive bunny hops doesn't really work because you won't get the power. So yeah, what you need to do is get the back wheel has to get hit down as early as possible, and then you do your sort of consecutive bunny hop. So one bunny hop there, fender it like that if you kind of get out of position, and that's an easy way to, yeah, easy way to finish that. But the main thing is you actually want to try and manage the angle of your front wheel. You see most of the time here, my front wheel lifts up too high. I think that's probably just about how aggressively I'm accelerating when I get up to this middle section. Yeah, so you know what? If you can hold it there. Yes, Stokesy, it's extreme. Yeah, so I'd pay attention to when I get to this ramp. You might even want to just sit on it. I mean, that's actually pretty hard to do, but you can do that pretty easily if you get stuck there. But just pay attention to your front wheel and make sure you don't over accelerate, because that will be the thing that makes you do that. But like I said, if you do over accelerate, great place to fender. Dude, yeah, the DLC looks even better, I guess. But the base game in this game looked incredible. Like, honestly, compared to Fusion, and I really enjoyed Fusion, but the base game aesthetic, and I think because of the whole trying to sort of create a story and create I'm like, it doesn't need to. Like, just have a random thing in the ocean and just be fine with it. 53 minutes, GG. Thanks, Stokesy. Do you have something with Belgium? Hep Paistos 2001. Or what do you mean? You mean a track in Belgium? You mean have I been to Belgium? Do I know where Belgium is if you actually ask me to point it out on a map? Really, Twitchy? I wouldn't have thought it'd be any easier or harder. You got a lot more well, I guess you got a lot more objects, right? So maybe if that's what you meant. No, I can't go for platinum on this. All right, let me have another good run, and you guys are horrible people. Oh yeah, look yeah, the creative freedom, like, yeah, totally could see that. Totally could see that. All right, now I don't remember much of what I talked about, so this should be fun. Nope, don't like this. This track was made by a Belgium idiot. Okay. Mars Mello, how you doing? I think I did see you join before, so sorry. Really, that's the fault? That's the fault I'm gonna get? Oh, I just realized, is there... They did really? Oh, because there's a checkpoint down there. I thought you just skipped that. Did I even teach that? I forgot how to ride a bike. I'm overthinking this thing because of this Professor... What's his face? Salty One. Salty One Kenobi. Something. How? You got me through it like super easy. This checkpoint sucks. What's that? Is it that? Oh, it's like really pronounced. Salty, your technique sucks. You're gonna lose your tenure at this university, man. It's possible without momentum too? Why am I struggling then? At least those containers don't move. Oh yeah, did I must have made it over that last time. Maybe. I don't know. Damn it. Damn it. Ooh. I don't even know how to do this checkpoint. He says, doing it, Lee. This is horrible. Regrip! Regrip! I was gonna say, I don't remember the checkpoint. I do. We got this. We got this. Oh. Nope. Choke. I just spent like an hour on this checkpoint. I can't have trouble now. Oh. Alright, 4 faults. Is it? That shouldn't be played. Nah. Yeah, that one checkpoint I'm still struggling with. Again? I just realized I actually have something I need to do. Like, I'd already told someone I was going to do something on the stream. No, Johnny Bazooka, you do not. Hello, by the way. You do not need 0 faults for these because it's time-based. So, but fault has a 5-second penalty. So it is a pretty big penalty. So you can get platinums without it, but yeah, not easy. Well, actually, it depends on the track. Yeah, I told someone I was gonna check out Track Central, and I completely forgot to. So I'm just trying to decide if I have another stream like tomorrow and do that. Because I've been just having too much fun riding tonight. Damn it. I really want to make that. Oh. I was gonna say I jumped too high on that one. And that I didn't go enough. Stupid. Oh, and I just choked it. Well, anyway. Alright, so... Alright, while I'm working on this platinum, because I kind of want to get this. Alright, I'm not going to do Track Central tonight. But... What I would love is anyone's got any suggestions for Track Central tracks that you think are really good for teaching. That's kind of my angle for Track Central. And I want to start highlighting some tracks that do that. Right? Uni Trials is great. It's got plenty of lessons and content, all the rest of that stuff for specific techniques, but now you want to sort of put them into the real world. So it'd be cool to I kind of mentioned it here where I talk. Actually, there's even some of these tracks, but I don't want faults. I talk about different tracks that kind of take one or more of the Uni Trials techniques, but then sort of, a slight twist or variation on them where you kind of need to, do something a bit different. I'm curious to, well, I guess I'm curious. I want to, expose or give some of them a bit of love. So yeah, if you've seen anything that you think is good for teaching something, it doesn't have to be one of the in-game lessons. It can, as in, it doesn't have to be one of those techniques. If there's just a particular technique, or you're like, yep. And by the way, I don't want it to be ninja stuff, right? Oh, the overhangs track. That should be the first one. Dude, I forgot I made that track. Genius. Question. Do you let your gas just before landing on a back wheel bunny hop? I mean, not intentionally. And by the way, back to my question about Track Central. It doesn't have to be things like that overtly. It's more just like a good track that's got a good example of a particular technique or something. I don't know. I mean, certainly any skill games that have been made to like test skill will be cool to feature actually, if you can find any. But yeah, so yeah, just let me know because it's something I'm curious. Now, can I make this? I want to make that. I feel like that should be possible on a platinum run, not a diamond level thing, but we'll see. I hate this check. Oh, and that was a freeze. That wasn't me. You stupid. Use the whole container. Yeah, alright, I'll do that. Twitchy, later, man. Good having you around. Thank you for your service to Trials. Now, in one particular country, there's quite a lot of overt patriotism. Should do that in the Trials community. Thank you for your service, Twitchy. You're a level designer. Good luck on the plat, Stokesy. Thanks, man. Stokesy, did you email me? I haven't checked. Xanax? I want to say Xanax. Yeah, you let it go just before landing. Now I know why I'm making uncontrollable backflip after landing. Okay, interesting. Yeah, if you saw, that's why I put my controller on screen so you can have a look for yourself. Because some of the things we talk about. Oh yeah, I just got it, mate. Thanks, bud. Some of the things that I do, it's so instinctual It's not a conscious decision to do it. It's just kind of happening. Alright, I don't think this platinum's happening either. I need to hit that softer. Slower. Totally worth doing that. I still didn't make it. But yeah. That little bit of time to go backwards. Totally worth it if you can pull that off. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Nah, I stuffed it. Oh, I hate that checkpoint. Oh, and then this. To go through that, and then to have this, like, real... oh, what was that? I don't like this track. No, I do. It's actually a really cool line. Like, this is a really fun, technical kind of line. Damn it. I completely forgot that obstacle. How I recovered that, I have no idea. What's the platinum time? Was it 140? Xanax, now I'm doing poorly. Oh no, 125. Wow. Okay, I'm miles away. Hang on. I just recovered that and said I actually really like the line. I mean, 140. So I think for the plat, getting that skip of that skip of that container would be really helpful. Sean, how you doing? Wow. Would have been cool if I pulled that off. Alright, so I guess I'm doing another stream. This weekend, because so we call it teaching tracks. Teaching tracks stream. Just an idea. Just an idea. This track is an easy plat on the helium, but it kind of takes the fun out of it. Yeah, it's almost... Actually, it's kind of weird. I think because of how... I think that, like, I mean, look, the helium is definitely too OP. And... I don't know, like, I never wanted this game to be a BMX game. Like, it's a motorbike game, right? And I know Real Life Trials has, yeah, Real Life Trials has BMX variants and all the rest of it. Like, it's cool, and it's a game, and it's fun, and whatever. But, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to my OG-ness. Honestly. It's just that little bit higher than I'd like it to be. It's like, can I? Yeah, it's Windfire. I mean, to be fair, I kind of stay fairly in my lane with regards to, yeah, focusing on teaching. It's kind of my thing. Okay, so you've got to let your front wheel lift just slightly on your way up there. I hate this checkpoint. And the camera angle's stupid. And the wire's in front of my face. And it's just a stupid checkpoint. And whoever designed it is, I don't know, some bad thing that I probably shouldn't say. And then this checkpoint straight afterwards. And then this checkpoint's horrible. And it's not my riding, it's the track. Like a good carpenter always blames his tools. That's the saying, isn't it? Oh, this checkpoint. Honestly. Hats. Don't be that. Don't be that person. Listen, you come into my stream, you have to find my bad jokes funny, and you're actually, I think, legally required to agree with me. I actually think it's part of like the terms of service. I do like how it's kind of deceptive, but because of the way the ice works, you can kind of cheat that quite a bit. Like you can like hit the ice like on the way through. Like, I'll try and do it. It's more forgiving than you realize. Yeah, like that. I actually think from a real speedrun perspective, hitting the ice would be the best way to do it, because then you don't have to regrip. You can sort of just ride all the way through. Oh, my spine is hurting. Oh, not that much. Alright, I'm going to have one more attempt, and I think I'm going to call this a night, because I'm... Actually, is Redlink streaming tonight? Twin Fire? Harsh but fair. Honestly, I have the utmost respect for level designers. I hang out with them every time I get to. They are amazing people. Funny. One of them liked the 49ers. Bet you didn't know that. He actually had my name, and he liked the 49ers, and he was a Trials level designer, and he was American, and that was cool. Dress the Orden. Do you want me to do orange belt? Like, do you want me to show you? Do you want me to notorial it for you? Personalized service from Professor Fetch80. Would you like that? Would you like that, little guy? You want me to have a go with you? That's fair, Hats. Yeah, I agree with you on that front. No, this is actually a really cool line. It's just that one checkpoint that far through the track that I'm just not enjoying. Alright, last run. If I fault, I'm out. Unless I don't feel like stopping. Alright, 0 fault, here we come. So yeah, I caught that. Here we go, 0 fault. You ready? You don't believe me, do you? I've just been playing you guys the whole night. Lift the front wheel up a bit. Right? Watch. 0 fault. 0 fault. I stuffed it. I'm going to keep playing for a second, because I feel like it. Here we go. Greatest checkpoint ever. I'm like, why? I wish someone could make a tutorial for this. Why? This is a stupid checkpoint.
Fantastic.
No, it's not, Sean. Stop. Stop. I'll put my hat on for you, but I'm not happy. It's going to be a sad spin. Alright, that's what you get. Alright, is there... Come on, Kaylee, man. Is there a right approach to this that doesn't have a wire in the driving line, like in the view of the rider, and a stupid camera angle? I'm cool how it is. Just make the jump. Frozen waterfall. You are really helpful in the most unhelpful kind of way. Land front wheel, then bunny hop. Alright. Hold on. That was going to be a smart bottom. So I'll land front wheel. Can I land front wheel? Can I land and then hold the endo? Pretty much.
Fantastic.
See? Land front wheel, then bunny hop. Nah, you're wrong. Dress the Orden! 2 months. I appreciate it. Congratulations on the graduation. Don't land front wheel. Okay. Let me see. Can I... Yeah, okay. Alright, I landed back wheel, then what? Don't touch it! That's cool. See, that should have been something. I'm gonna do that. There you go. That's not stupid at all. Alright, what do you reckon? Can I get an endo and actually hold it up here? It's tricky because the front wheel actually kind of over cooks it. Yeah, see, it'll actually be hard to come back onto the wheel. Yeah, it'll go over. But yeah, it's possible to do something stupid. Hold on. What, to balance the endo up here or eat hats? I'm in. Let's do it. It's not even that hard, mate. Can I fender it? Probably, but let me make this dude eat his... This, hey, I'll be the reason there's no more hats. You eat them all. So what's the technique to get the wheel in the right riding position so I don't do that? Can I fender it? I think that's... Oh... I mean, it looks fenderable. Yeah, right. You diamond strat. Yeah, I don't like the fender strat as much as I do this one. This is what I'm resorting to because the track is so good. This checkpoint is amazing. This obstacle is incredible. See, that was it. That was it. If you can fender it, it's usable? Yeah, maybe. So I know what I need to do now. Actually, what's the checkpoint before this? Ooh. I wonder if from the previous checkpoint you can go up there but use that bounce defender. I mean, you still don't want to, but I don't know. I've got to do something to make this checkpoint enjoyable, because it's not. Okay, so I've got to go further underneath to make hats eat hats. Hats, man, you better start. That was gonna come out wrong. Wow. Do you see that? How is that? What? Is that a new technique? Is that it's like a front wheel fender? How is this a thing? Yeah, man. These physicists have no idea what they're doing. Oh, that's it. I'm getting there. No, so that's not enough. You need to go underneath more. You kind of hook your front wheel. Then you need to go underneath a little bit more than you're kind of comfortable. And then you got to spin back around. But you've got to get enough momentum to get on top before you let go of leaning and brake. I don't know. There's a lot of things you got to do. I don't know how this is from a streaming content perspective. It's fun. Like, tell me you haven't done this. Like, just find some random weird thing you've just challenged yourself with and just be like, I'm just going to spend a stupid amount of time trying to see if I can do something that most people will never see. I'm at least glad there's like someone here watching. Like, I've done stuff like this when no... What? What was that? Can I just go all the way around firstly? What? This is fun. No, see, that's not good. That's the spot. That's the spot. You kind of need to get that. Okay, so maybe... This is like the grippiest piece of like wire I've ever seen. Oh man, I'd love there to be like some glitchy technique here where you could like speedrun this now. That'd be so... This would be like the new underground. This would be so cool. I can see some new... There's ninja level designers watching this going... I hope they're not going to watch this. It'd be like coming up with new strats, new obstacles based on this set of wires. I'm sure in the ninja community this isn't even like a big deal, but... Oh, dude, that counts hats. Seriously, for what you thought I was going to get from this, that one I just did count it. How long do I have to hold it for you to eat hats? Oh, you going to give it to me? I mean... I'm happy to go a little... I mean, they're... I want a photo of you with a hat in your mouth, man. I could go buy a hat tomorrow, borrow a hat from someone on the street. That'd be the funniest one. Just like with the old man's. Alright, I'm done with this anyway. Yeah, just that'll be fine. Oh my god. So really, is that, like, did I just do that? So this whole night, and this is just a big bunny hop, like everyone said. So why is that not working? Maybe I do have to go slightly faster. No, you know what it is? It's the stupid camera angle. Quidgy, I never listened to anybody. Julie? Julie, do you follow me on Twitter? Not calling you out if you don't, but just there's a reason for this. Because I'm going to show you something. Watch this. When I went live tonight, this is what I said. Extreme tutorials, track central. I'll mispronounce some names, make fun of at least one person, and probably forget to do either the extreme tutorials or play track central. But should be fun. That is actually what I went with. Because, do you know why? Do you know why? Because I know who I am. And I have a brand, and my brand is to do half the things I intend to do and spend 20 minutes on something that nobody should ever bother doing. So, like I said, I am, if nothing, consistent. This is why the drinking game is such a dangerous thing for me to have, because it is just a recipe for disaster. Yeah, no, I'm not clearing this with the wiring. He says as he comes up with a strat. Dude, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, it's not going to happen. I'm surely not going to happen, but... like... I mean, but the lower part's got to be more consistent and actually achievable, so... Come on, hey, Cripple, you... Oh, dude. If like, this is where I hand over to my trusty Cripple and say, dude, look, I mean, that's... See, Robert Dave? Oh, dude, I mean...
I literally started Batman, a few months ago.
Hey! Hey! For the effort. Thank you so much. I mean, yeah, when we started this, I didn't even think that would be remotely possible, so I guess it's not bad. Yeah, I was gonna say, no, this is Big Worm is exactly what I was saying, man. That's why I said let's go to Cripple, because yeah, he has both the skill and the stupid amount of desire to bother. I mean, it's like 2/3 of the way over. See, actually, no. All right, Cripple. Can I give you a challenge, man? Because if you pull this off, it's going to be awesome. From the previous checkpoint, right? So from here, you get air. Actually, yeah, I'll do it. I'll show you what I'm trying to get at. I just want to see, could it be possible? I'm an idiot. Sorry. I was thinking, like, to get air off that jump and to rear wheel bounce on the top plate of checkpoint 7, to rear wheel bounce off the wire and clear the gap. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I want to see you do, Cripple. Because that actually... I don't know if you can get enough height. And I don't know, but... I mean... Don't... Just get out of here. I feel like wasting 7 of Cripple's hours. Alright. Community bounty. Cripple? Send you a shirt. I've talked about this before. Starfighter. How you doing? I'm well. I hate this obstacle so much. I've spent what feels like about half an hour playing on a wire that's not part of the actual track. I hate this checkpoint so much. So seriously, it's just a massive bunny hop that uses every millimeter of the ramp. But like, it's stupid. You can't make that. See, I don't like this. Front wheel thrust. Nah, front wheel first. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and coast. Actually, you use that. What's the one with that, like, digger? That construction piece of equipment. You kind of do that. It's easier on the helium. It shouldn't be. It's a motorbike game. Yeah, no, the front wheel first strap might work. Because it does give you that little bit of an extra... It's not easier on the helium. Well, that's even... Well, no, it's not even worse. That makes me feel better. It's just the world's worst constructive bunny hop. It's just one big, ugly, consecutive bunny hop. What's the element that makes your voice go higher? Helium. You're funny. That's cool though. I mean, if I go to a party one time, I'll be like, hey, did you know that I can ride a motorbike around a wire? Did you know that? I want to write an email to Red Links and complain about this checkpoint. Oh, you know what we oh, no, actually, I was going to say something that would be really funny, but stupid, and no one would get it, and it would probably just waste a lot of people's time. I was going to say right into, I'm going to say it because it'd be funny, I don't care. Right into Ubisoft support and complain, say there's a bug in the game because checkpoint 7 sucks. Alright, so I think that's the strat. It is front wheel first. But you still have to be absolutely perfect. That's not true. I would never have said this is cool. I mean, I would have said it's cool because it's full of snow. That's what I meant. You misunderstood. Maybe? No, I would never have said it's cool and different just because it's a big gap. This. Go and check the data about where your faults are, and tell me it's not slightly, I don't know, unbalanced is the wrong word, but actually, what am I doing? Orange? Yeah, that feels like it needs to be moved forward, like. None of this happened. I did watch Spider-Man though. That was at the Vincino Palazzo, the massive big one. Was that trip? Yeah, Quidgy, I remember it's gonna be my last run. But yeah. Hang on, is Red Link streaming? I gotta check this first. Let's see, because if they are, let's go ahead. Let's go. Yeah, they are. They are. All right, I'm done. Sorry I didn't get to Ninjas. Sorry I didn't get Track Central. I really did a bad job of this. But it was fun, man. Good to be back. Good to be streaming. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I have a picture of you. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that probably happened then. But still, it still doesn't feel like that's the type of checkpoint that I would have said, good job. Maybe I'm being polite. Thanks, man. All right. Random wire over Track Central. Yeah. Oh man, that should be the thumbnail for the video. Just the random wire stream. Oh god. All right, let's go raid Red Link's official. Show them some love. I mean, you already know who they are. But let's do it. Yellow shady hoodies if you got them. As always, I'm gonna go hang out for a few minutes and then I'm gonna get some sleep. It's been a long day. Thanks all. Back next week. Maybe over the weekend. Like I said, I want to do Track Central, so maybe over the weekend I'll come back. So if you don't already, follow / join University of Trials, and you'll know when I go live. Bye. I think you can still hear me while we're waiting for the raid. But yeah. Let's go say hi right now.
Logan on Fear Factor. No.